I was listening to a podcast this morning, and I won't say what,
Okay.
but they were talking about how like they're struggling a little bit in the sex department, and she was like, maybe I just need to like schedule it so I know it's coming. I can prepare myself. Like I can like relax that day. I like know it's coming, so like I'm ready. And I'm just like, no. Like, is scheduling sex okay?
I've actually heard this theory before, and there was a sex therapist. I'll have to think of who it was because it kind of got like widespread, and this was talked about a lot in more recent days because of how busy people are. That they actually do advise couples to schedule sex when they're in like a lull of like chaos, only because you have to be really
I mean, that makes
intentional
sense
with
in
it.
a lull, I
yeah,
guess,
because like if
but-
you're very busy, you have to think of like a work schedule, or if you have conflicting schedules where you have one person who's like maybe working a night shift or something, so you literally would have to schedule it in. So I know that like it could work for certain couples when it's like there's not a core problem that's taking place that's causing them not to be intimate with each other. But scheduling, I think, works for some people in that sense. So I don't know like if it would work maybe for this couple from the podcast, but I've heard that it is kind of something newer in today's society just because people are so busy and they're honestly like they're putting their relationships, not only sex but intimacy, entirely on the back burner. I mean, we've talked about it as well. Like in marriages today, we see people dating less, like spending less time, like even sitting down to dinner together, like little things like that. I think ties in with like intimacy and sex, and people are doing it less. So you almost have to schedule couple time today, like. So I feel like it really depends on the couple. If there's like actual ground problems for them, then like scheduling is not going to change anything anyway. You're both going to be like resentful or have issues, or it's just not going to be what it should be.
You're not fixing what's making you not want to have
Of course, yeah. So, but if it's literally just a not enough hours in the day and you're busy, new moms, new job, conflicting schedules, then maybe that might work for some couples. But it is
I
interesting.
just think that it's like once you do that, it's a business.
Yes, it's not going to seem positive and like it's going to be like a chore. It's a new chore to add to the list is honestly what that turns
like,
into.
Alvaro would never go for that. Alvaro would be like, no. Like, he would be like, I'd rather not have it as often than you like put it in the books like at 8 p.m.
Yeah, you know what we're doing
And then,
tonight,
like,
babe. Like,
yeah, like it takes out the like,
yeah.
I guess like your own desire.
Yes.
Like, I want you for you, not because it's on my calendar.
Yes.
I don't know. It feels very like.
It is a little like icky when it comes to like the core of a relationship. Like if both people are like, ooh, babe, like we're not doing anything. Like you want to take it to the bedroom. Like it feels like that feels authentic and real to the couple. Whereas like you said, where it's like, did you check your, like my alarm just went off. You know, we're supposed to be doing right now. So like I could see for sure, like it doesn't sound fun anymore.
Yeah.
But I think some people, I've just heard it. It's more common now. And I think it's honestly just because people are crazy they jam pack too much stuff in their day and then they forget that they're a spouse at the end of the day, which is sad.
Yeah.
Like we see it all the time with people who don't date each other anymore. They literally like, I already put the ring on that finger. There's no reason to put effort into this anymore. So I think that all just ties in together.
I think the whole like topic of sex, I think I know what's like normal, and then I hear people talk and I'm like, whoa, I don't know.
Yeah. And I think we've also been married to our husbands for, I would say, a long time. Like we're not newlyweds where this is kind of,
No,
we're
and
not
people
navigating
say that
it.
we should be having it like once every week or once every 2 weeks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
you should be having it
not
more.
us.
Yeah, because it's like,
that's not
imagine
us.
as you, then the schedules do get busier, or imagine that you get older and like, obviously then like some old couples maintain a very happy and healthy sex life, but some like because of obviously health conditions and stuff, you're taking it back, right? So imagine then how much worse this could get as we get older, busier, unwell, all of these things. So I'm just like, man, like you really, I think, have to focus in on who you are as a husband and wife still, regardless of how busy you are. So I don't know. It's tricky.
I don't think our husbands would be like happy, productive men one time a week.
But it's on the calendar, so they have something to look forward to.
Like I don't know, but I've heard people like someone I know, like they have it. They say on average like once a week, but they have it for like a long time, like an hour, and I'm like, what?
I wonder if that's a scheduling thing for them as well, though, or like where they feel like the timing works better. I don't know. Like, but I just feel like that it all is so different. Whenever, same thing, when I hear other people talk about it too, I'm like, dang, like, is it the schedule? Like, and also I think back to when you have young kids too, you're almost honestly trying to squeeze it in whenever you can. Like, this might be TMI, but it's like one of those things where it's like, you're just so busy, right? Like when you're nursing a baby, you're not going to obviously want it right then. So then you're like, okay, baby's down for a nap, bro. Let's go. Like you have to like,
But what about night? I feel like night, like everyone can have sex at night.
yeah.
Like,
Oh
come
yeah.
on.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like, even if you do, like, let's be realistic. Normal married couples know this. Like, 15 minutes is like a normal, like, it's not super quick, but it's like not long. It's just like you can both be satisfied, but like you get in. You're gonna tell me somebody doesn't have 15 minutes at night? Like, I don't understand that. Like, they sit down and watch TV or they sit and scroll on their phone. Like, I just don't think they want it. I don't know. That's the like, it could be in, response to your relationship. It could be like your hormones. It could be something. But at the end of the day, it's that you're not feeling it. It's not so much that you don't have the time. I think the excuse is.
Oh, for sure. I could see that for sure. Right? And I think the phones is a big thing too. Because if you see a lot of just even, not even therapists, like normal people will say like, when you go to the bedroom, put the phone down, because that does turn into just like a black hole of then like, how do you all of a sudden be like, oh, I want to be intimate now. Like, boom, like it's like chore, like put this down. I'm forcing myself to stop the dopamine rush to now switch into something different. So I'm just like, we need to take the phones out of the bedrooms, which I'm a hypocrite because I do charge my phone in my bedroom, but it's like, we got to figure this out. It's like a whole new thing that we didn't have, as a problem back in the day. So
I charge, but I wouldn't say I typically scroll. I might have to look something up or be like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this. But like, I don't just scroll.
Yeah. I try. It's hard because that is my like doom scroll time, in the sense that in the daytime when the kids are around, I'm busy, right? Like we're running around doing things. I'm not just like scrolling on my phone at dinner, and I try to be intentional with that. So then it's like, I want so badly just like flop on the couch and be like, I'm doing nothing right now. Like I'm finally done with like the responsibilities for the day. But then it's like trying to just be intentional as a wife for my husband as well. So it's definitely a challenge, I would say, in today's society for married couples.
Yeah. Do it though.
Yes, for sure.
The time, guys. Yes. Whoever's listening, take the time. It's important. I feel like sex isn't everything, but it's such a big, I think for years I always wanted to be like, sex is not everything, but like, it's not everything, but it is. Like, because I feel like it is the foundation. Meaning, like, when you're intimate, you're also emotionally intimate. And then that makes you more available to each other, more honest with each other, and more like, I just think it is the building blocks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Obviously, you do have to have a friendship and have to have a good relationship outside of sex. I'm not saying that
but
at all.
It has you to have something. Like you're doing something. Even if you're not doing the full act of sex, the intimacy of everything else that you're doing in that moment is,
cuddling, anything,
kissing, all of that is still the act of doing something intimate with your partner. So I think it like just if you're giving yourself that, then I think it's going to be really beneficial to like a healthy relationship with your partner.
Yeah. Don't you feel like your relationship is best when you guys are just like, not bunny rabbits, but like you do it very often? Don't you feel like you're just so in sync?
I honestly think it's one of those things like when you're in that, it's weird to talk about this on the podcast. Like, what words can we say? To like have that time, like to have sex with your partner. I think honestly it helps to just like, it brings you back to your core, right? Like to the basics. Like you're not buying me a fancy dinner. You're not buying me flowers. It's just something that we have. This is our thing together. Nobody else. Yeah. Like we don't have to worry about the kids. We don't have to worry about bills. Like I'm not cooking dinner. Like it's all just us. Yep. So I think that whole like being present in the moment, regardless of what activity you're doing, is it all. Like,
yeah, for sure. I think so too. I think it's such a big, like I find when we are, I would never say we have like a lull in like today's society. Yep. Our lull is like, I would say like 2 or 3 times a week would be like a lull for us. Like that would be like a huge
it's like
dip.
Dependent on schedules, right? Because obviously like having a firefighter husband, he's not around. So obviously you're not going to be being intimate if your husband is not even
we're
there.
going to be missing 2 or 3 days a week naturally. Like there's literally no chance. Yeah. So the other days we pretty much do it every single day. Like, and I know that's not normal sometimes for all couples, but like I still find that when we are more, we just are in sync. We have fun together. Like we are just in a very good place. And it's not because it's only about sex.
course.
I just think, like we said, it's a emotional connection. It's that you're spending time with each other. Like it's all kinds of different things that kind of like bring it together as a whole. But anyways, that was I saw that and I was like, so you actually had a little bit of a different reaction than I thought you were having. I thought you were going to be like, no.
I mean, I don't, it's going to stem from something. I don't think it's healthy. Like, obviously there's something going on here.
To stay in
But yes, don't stay there. But if you have to start there because there is a conflict in the schedule, then go for it. Like, if you need to put it on something.
If it's going to help you, then.
Because then if it's something where it's like, bro, like, I'm newly breastfeeding. I just had a baby. I'm still getting there. Then yes, I need to like prioritize this and put this on the calendar. Hold me accountable and tell me when we're going to be intimate because I suck right now. I'm in the trenches
Use
of
it
mom
as a
life.
building block. Yeah. Use it as a building block. Because if you stay in that, then
that's
I would
where,
say no.
exactly. Don't use it as a crutch. Don't use the scheduling of sex as like this is what we're going to do every week for the rest of our life. Use it as just a stepping stone to get back to that healthy status of your relationship. And you'll get there. And just everything takes time and you have to give yourself grace. And all I think about is like new mom life.
That also sounds exhausting. That sounds exhausting though to me to like forever have a schedule.
And I don't think then at that point, I think the couple would have to reevaluate and there's a problem. Yeah. Yes. So it's like, we don't have to get there because it's like that. Then it's sad, right? Like then you feel bad because then there's something going on. So sad.
Agreed.